What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm your co-host, Donovan Quick, and we got some breaking news for you today. But before I get into that, please don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers. If you know, you know. All right, so the breaking news is Chris Brooks is headed to IR. This should not really come to a surprise to anybody that has been following the Dolphins' injuries all season. They've been very overly cautious with injuries. Holding Jalen Phillips, Jalen Phillips said he could probably play in 2 of the 3 games that he's missed so far this year. And then last week he was even limited in that game. So they're being overly cautious with that, with the injuries. Connor Williams, they've obviously pointed out that they're being cautious with him. Xavier Howard, they're being really cautious with his injury as well. They're not pushing guys to play that are injured. So that should come to a surprise as no one. Now, what could be a corresponding move? They haven't announced anything else besides just the IR, Chris Brooks to IR. Now, the logical thing is to bring Jeff Wilson Jr., who they already opened his practice window, off of IR. However, Nick Needham needs to come off the PUP today. So that would be, kind of a good move there. But now that leaves us with 2 running backs on our active roster with Raheem Mostert and Savon Ahmed. So it would be logical for both of them to come off IR. And my suspicion is that Perry Nickerson could possibly be the cut candidate. Probably put him back on our practice squad for some elevations. But, Nick Needham, he hasn't had any setbacks. He needs to be activated today. They haven't announced anything yet. So it looks like they're kind of waiting till the last moment. They're corresponding with each other, coordinating who they want to send down, because they need to bring up Jeff Wilson so we can have 3 running backs. They need to bring up Nick Needham no matter what. And we can really use Nick Needham in this defense. And Vic Fangio explained how we can use him in the defense in a nickel, dime, or even a safety role in this defense. He's very versatile. He's very good. He looks good in practice. But another problem that this really presents Chris Brooks going on IR is that we're very, very close to who we're going to be able to bring back from IR this year. Now, we already know that River Craycraft, he's supposed to come back. We already activated Jalen Ramsey. Rob Jones has already come back. Now, the limit is 8. So Rob Jones has already come back. They opened the window for Jalen Ramsey. They opened the window for Jeff Wilson Jr. They opened Nick Needham does not count. However, you have Teron Armstead. You have River Craycraft. You have Eric Ezukama. You have, who else was it? River Craycraft, Eric Ezukama, and last one's Chris Brooks. So that's going to put you at 8 right there if Chris Brooks does come back. So barring another major injury to this team, Chris Brooks could possibly be the last guy that comes off IR. And I could only really see that happening, truthfully, if Jeff Wilson does get traded. Now, it does make it difficult because the trade deadline is in less than 2 weeks, and we don't get either of our running backs back for at least 3 weeks. So it's going to be very difficult to, let go of a running back, be down to 2 running backs for at least, the 2 weeks before Achane comes back, and then, another week after that when Chris Brooks comes back. There is always the option of bringing back Myles Gaskin. He's actually currently on the active roster for the Rams, but he could, possibly be let go. There's a lot of different scenarios, going around. We did sign Jake Funk to our practice squad after the Bears signed someone off of our practice squad to go over to them. So Jake Funk is also a guy that could possibly be elevated for this game while they try to make corresponding moves to bring up Jeff Wilson Jr. It's a really, really tight-knit situation. I'm really going to be glad that Nick Needham's coming back, Jalen Ramsey's coming back. Teron Armstead will be a huge addition when he comes back and fully healthy. It looks like at least those 3 guys are for sure coming back, so that's going to put us at 4. no, with Achane, that's going to put us at 4. Craycraft should come back. That should put us at 5. And, you know, Eric Ezukama, it wasn't believed to be season ending. So he's on the NFI list, but it does count towards IR activations. So that's going to be, it's going to be a question mark whether he comes back this season at all. But it wasn't believed to be season ending when he went on it. So hopefully he's able to come back. He was a big piece before he left. It's really just a cluster of just injuries after injuries, and we're not even halfway through the season yet, and we could possibly be at our full capacity for guys brought off IR, which I don't think anybody's ever actually reached that. So could it pay off for the long run with the Dolphins being overly cautious with injuries? Perhaps. But also could come back to bite us in the butt if someone else does need to go on it for a short-term IR. So that's what I got for y'all today. Let me know what you guys think about, you know, Chris Brooks. He just won his first angry runs scepter on the very next play after that angry run. He hurt his ankle, now on IR. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and ring that bell to get notifications for when we drop our videos. Thank you all. Have a good one.